job of being physical and making that play.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. To the air, it's Warren. Gets made on the out route.
Well, obviously, you're going to throw the football on third down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big fourth down.
So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. Long enough and good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Second down play coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Send the back in motion. Back to throw. It's Gabriel. Receiver makes the catch. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
And the Ducks will have to punt this one away. On to kick now for the 5th time today. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. That last possession produced a field goal, but more importantly, it milked the clock. And they do that again. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
Here's the second down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made it to 43.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game. Being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. They'll run it to the left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Tailback takes the handoff again. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Wolverines pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. fighting off the defender.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. He's got it for a big gain. The tackle is made, but that's good for a first down of the 47.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Ducks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. And he'll run out of bounds and pick up 2 yards on the play. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Gabriel. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
They look to throw it here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They finally corral him at the 1.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Trying for the touchdown. They'll test the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
On 3rd and goal, they've got to cut into this big lead, probably 4-down territory. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
The field goal is good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And here's the return from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, this quarterback puts it to the big man once again. And I tell you, the matchup with this tight end against this secondary, you know, if they put a corner on him, he's too small. If they put a safety on him, he's too slow. They've been able to find those one-on-one matchups and allow this tight end to have a monster game in the national title.
Jukes to get free. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the left side with a toss. Makes a nice move there.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to 3rd down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the 1st down and keep working clock.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the 1st half, but maybe things are starting to change.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Loveland. And a big gain down near the 29. They're threatening.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the 2nd half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Warren. Looking for his big tight end. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a 1st and goal. So, Kurt, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. Pretty good chance it's going to come down to the final possession. Which guy can step up and make plays as we head to the 4th quarter? Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Quarterback drops back. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
I hate to question a play call, but that close to the goal line on 1st and goal, and you throw it. Oh, why not run the football right there?
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Third and goal, looking to throw for it. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, I got to tip my cap to this quarterback. I know he's putting up some yards today, and let's face it, they've got the lead, but he has faced some pressure. That's the 4th time that they've been able to get after him and bring him down. So it's feast or famine one way or another in this game right now.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. Hold on, there is a flag. It's on the defense. Kicker still being put down. That's a costly penalty for the special teams. Offense coming back on the field. You just can't make contact with a kicker like that. Tight end goes in motion. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. And he'll be brought down. Second down and goal upcoming. Looking to score with a run to the right. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Nowhere to go. That ball knocked loose. So they retain possession. It's no turnover, but a big loss on the play.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple of choice words on the importance of ball security.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. Here comes a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. The Ducks bring their punt team onto the field. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. And he's able to send the punt away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And the single back takes the handoff. They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a fourth down.
This defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. And that one is no good. After the miss, it's still an 18-point lead.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. But this one is broken up, ball's incomplete. Second and 10 here. Back to pass. It's Gabriel. Pressure is coming. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And the Ducks come to the line to run the hurry up. first and 10, they'll look to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
The completion makes it second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. We'll give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Ducks churn out another first down. Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't press that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust is going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. No problem with the PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner is brought down. First down here for this offense. On the ground, it's Edwards. And the game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The game makes it second and medium. Takes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line.
What a big play here by the quarterback and the receiver. By having an opportunity to make that big play, now they have a chance to put the ball in the end zone.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Handoff running right. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Now it's second down here. Scanning the field, it's Warren. The ball is hauled in. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what would be the play call?
And wow, it's good from 59 yards away.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments.
What's another positive play? Man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple of touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Gabriel. The ball is caught. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First down. They're going to throw the football. It's a quick grab.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keeping that clock rolling.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's Ferguson. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on third and short. Can he make it to the marker? Strong defense. They stop him right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, that is going to bring up fourth down now, Chris, and it is critical that they not only go for it, they got to pick up this first down. You're down by a couple possessions. You can't fool around. You got to keep this possession as long as you can and put this ball eventually into the end zone.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Bringing pressure. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game. They'll work the clock here with the running game.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking free at the 35. Good enough for first down yardage.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Linebackers making some adjustments now. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? He'll hand it off. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Trying to find some room. It's Edwards. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Wolverines are in the red zone. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Not much on that play, brought down short. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. And the single back takes a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
So out comes the field goal team one more time. This kicker has been busy today. He's made 3 already. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. And he knocks that one right through. And they add to their lead.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with the field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. And nobody open. Second down after the incompletion. Dropping back. It's Gabriel. Pass is incomplete, but there's a penalty marker down. Might be roughing the quarterback.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Ouch, that is an obvious call. You cannot make contact with the quarterback after the throw. Here comes a first down pass attempt. To the left side, but incomplete.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Makes the catch, but couldn't stay in bounds. Incomplete. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires.